Hi, welcome to Cathlates for kiddos. Please, before this video starts, hit the like button, subscribe, please turn on all notifications, and welcome to our video. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I recommend you do. We have some fun around this channel.
And we be strong all day long.
Yeah.
So I'm Kath, and this is Kieran, and this is Cathlates. So before you start, make sure that you have a parent in the room or nearby, and make sure that you always listen to your body. It should never hurt or feel uncomfortable. And if you've got any health problems, make sure you always talk to a doctor before starting exercise. But we're gonna do some Pilates together. We're gonna have some fun, and we're gonna keep fit, and we're gonna develop nice strong muscles and good posture. That means stand nice and tall like a tree. So come, if you've got a mat, that's fine. If you don't, you can just do it wherever you are, in your room, on a carpet. But we wanna start with our feet together, and then we're gonna pull our toes into a V, and our heels pull into nice straight train tracks, okay? Then we're gonna tuck our pelvis under. Sorry, that's your hips here. Just tuck them under so the little bone at the back of your bum heads straight to the floor. That's your tailbone. We all have like a little tail, and we want it to head straight to the floor. Our knees are nice and soft. They're slightly bent. And then we're gonna roll our shoulders up, back, and slide them down, just like Kieran has done. And to make sure that our feet are under our hips, we're gonna make little pretend guns here, put them on our hips, and if we point them down, we should shoot off our big toe. Excellent. So for our first exercise, we're gonna pull our belly button into our spine. Our belly button gets sucked in, and our shoulders fall away from our ears. And we're gonna go ahead and stretch up nice and tall into a Y. So you can hopefully see Kieran's Y. Mine is a little bit missing. And then as we breathe out, we're gonna pull our shoulders and our elbows down to come to a W shape. Shh, good. Then we extend right back up to our Y as we breathe in, and then pull our elbows down, shh, as we breathe out to a W. Good, a couple more. Let's come up to our Y, down to our W. Shh. So think about your ribs are closing together and your belly button's pulling to your spine and your W, but as you breathe up into your Y, you expand your ribs and you fill them with air. And then we blow it out like we're blowing a balloon away. Shh, like you're blowing up a balloon. One more time. Breathe in and fill with air. Breathe out and shh, blow a balloon across the room. Lovely. And now we're going to take our whole W and twist it to the side. But pretend like your hips are headlights of a car and they face us. Your hips are facing front, but the rest of our body moves. So let's get our W, and we breathe out and twist from the ribs as we move our W to the side. Good. Inhale, breathe in, and move the W back to the center. Good. Let's breathe out and twist from the ribs like you're wringing out a washcloth. Twist your W the other way. Good. Inhale, breathe in and return. Are your hips facing forward towards me? Move your W to the side. Breathe in. Do it again. Move your whole W and move from the ribs like you're twisting your body like a Twizzler. And breathe in return, just last time. Move your W. Bring that belly button in. Tuck your belly button in. And breathe into the center. Last one. Twist that W. Good. Twist all the air out of you and breathe and return. Stretch up for one last Y. Shoulders move away from your ears though. Let's bring our whole Y to one side. Tip your Y to the window or the wall and then bring it back up. Tip your whole Y to the other wall. Bring it back up. Make sure your tailbone is headed to the floor so your bum is tucked under, and bring your Y to the wall. Back up. Last time. Y to the wall. Back up. Let's pull it down to a W. Let's tilt our W to the wall, okay? So the shoulders are away from the ears and the whole W tilts towards the window or the wall. Good. And back up. Tilt your W the other way. The whole W tilts. And Kieran's breathing in and out. Don't hold your breath. Lovely. Last time. Let's breathe out and tilt. Shh. Are your hips still facing forward? Your hips are the headlights of your car and they're shining forward in the night. Tilt. And up and relax our arms to the side. See how our shoulders melt down? Very good. So now we're just going to do an exercise where we sit back in a chair. I've got a chair behind me. You can use a chair behind you if you want, can't you, Kieran? Yeah. Kieran, you want to use that chair? So we'll just demonstrate a couple times as we sit in a chair. But really, then we're just going to pretend the chair, okay? So we breathe in, tuck the tailbone under, belly button into the spine, shoulders drop away from your ears, and we're just going to sit back in our chair. Lead from your bum, and the arms float in front of us as we sit. Good. We breathe in at the bottom, and we breathe out to stand up. Good. Now, come to the center, Kieran, and we'll just imagine. We'll imagine the chair now. We'll turn sideways so you can see us. We breathe in. Breathe out, and the belly button starts first. Somebody's pulling your belly button backwards, so you sit in your chair and the arms float to your ears. Lovely. Breathe in and stand up. So we breathe in and sit back in our chair. Arms float up right by your ears, and then we breathe out. Try and blow that balloon away from you again as we sit out. Breathe in and sit back. Breathe out and stand up. Good. We're going to turn and face you now because we want to add something at the side when we get to the top. So we breathe in to prepare. We breathe out and sit back. Breathe in and stand up this time. And breathe out, lift your leg to the side. Good, doesn't have to come up far. Breathe in, set it back down. So check your feet. Are they like train tracks? Don't let them come too close together. Breathe in to prepare. Breathe out and sit back. Breathe in and stand up. Breathe out and lift your other leg. Breathe in and put it down. Kieran's going to keep going. Breathe out and sit back in the chair.
Mom.
Hold on.
Mom.
And breathe in and stand up. Let's watch your brother.
Mom.
Breathe out and lift your side leg. Nice tight belly like a tree. Good. Place it back down. Good. Last time. Kieran's going to breathe out and sit back in his chair. And then you can show your picture. Breathe in and stand up. Good. Breathe out, lift the other leg. Belly nice and tight, like a big tall tree. It doesn't have to come far, just tiny lift and place it down and release. Conrad is coloring an educational book about viruses and he would like to show it to you now.
Look.
It's so beautiful and it tells us all about how we have to stay safe from viruses by washing our hands to 2 or 3 happy birthdays, and if we've got to cough or sneeze, we do it into our elbow. Any other news? And we stay 2 meters away from anyone who isn't in our family and doesn't live in our house. Yes? Okay, he's going to go draw another page for us. And we're going to bring our Pilates onto the floor.
That, what?
Awesome.
I got.
Hey, go do another one and then you can show us.
I advise while we're getting.
We're going to get, yep.
Yeah. This is a chance to go and hit the like button again, subscribe, and click all notifications.
Wonderful. Let's
give you 5 seconds.
5 seconds, and then we get down on the floor, don't we, Kieran?
Yeah.
Can you put your head towards the window and come down to your tabletop position?
Okay, back.
We're back. So check that Kieran's knees are right under his hips. That looks great, but he needs to bring his hands in a little closer to his body so that they're underneath his shoulders. See? So you've got your knees under your hips.
So if you need your hands under your shoulders. If you have it over your shoulders, too much.
That's right. And then he looks down in the mat like there's something super interesting there, and he pulls his shoulders away from his ears, and his back is super flat, like I could eat breakfast off it. That's beautiful. And we're gonna do a little Pilates push-ups. Maybe bring your hands a little closer together, Kieran, so they're directly under the shoulder. And his elbows are gonna bend back towards his body as he lowers his forehead to the mat. So let's all breathe in and lower down. Breathe out and push through the heels of our hands and rise back up. Keep your belly button to your spine. Keep the shoulders away from your ears, and we inhale, lower down. Exhale, push up, breathe out. So you're blowing the floor away from you, right? Inhale, breathe and expand your ribs. Breathe out and blow the floor away. 2 more. So try and bend your elbows back and not out. So bend them towards your knees. And breathe out, lovely. Last one. Breathe in, lower the forehead to the mat. Like we're bowing down like a noble elephant, and we breathe away. Good. And now we're going to do something called threading the needle. So take your back hand and place it under your front hand and scoop it till your ear touches the mat. Your bum's in the air and your ear's resting. Hello. We inhale down here, we breathe in, and we breathe out, push into the floor again, and blow the mat away from you. Good. We inhale and slide the front arm underneath the back arm and thread the other way, other ear to the mat. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out.
And slowly bring your arm back in place.
Beautiful. Want to talk us through the next one, Kieran? We breathe in, and then what do?
Then we put your hand underneath your right one, and you get your left ear towards the ground.
Then we breathe in, and
And
as we
then we-
breathe out,
And then as we breathe out, pull it back in place.
good. Last time. We breathe in, and then what do?
We put our right arm under our left arm. Make our right ear touch the floor.
Breathe in,
And as you breathe in,
and then
slowly bring your hand
back.
back in
Where it
place.
started. Good. Very good. So that's what we're doing for there. You can go ahead and take a little child pose rest. That means you just kind of relax in a little ball. You can even put your hands by your feet if you like and make like a tiny little Easter egg.
You can choose which one you want.
Yeah. And then we sit on our bums. We're going to do something called the C-shaped spine. So we're going to sit with our feet are still in that train track position. So if you put your guns on your on your knees, you can shoot off your big toe. So they're just a little wee while away from each other. And then we roll our shoulders up, back and down. We sit nice and tall on our bum, nice and tall on our tailbone, yeah? Put your hands underneath your knees. And all we're going to do is we're going to take our spine from up and down to a C and then back up, okay? So we'll go down to a C and we'll rock forward and back a wee bit and then we'll straighten up. We'll talk you through it, won't we, Kieran?
Yes.
We breathe in. Then I want you to think about rolling down to make a C shape. So you roll your bum under and slouch down. Your shoulders move towards your knees. Good. And you're in the shape of a C. Now we're going to roll back. Keep your belly button into your spine and don't let your feet come off the floor. We just roll back till our arms are straight. Good. Now we bring our forehead over our knees as we roll forward. So your belly button is pulling up against your back. You keep your belly tucked in and we just breathe out and roll back. Hold onto your knees and straighten your arms out. Good. Breathe in. And now breathe out. Forehead over the knees again. Good. Now if you can, take your hands away from your knees and hold them in front of you. Breathe in. As you breathe out, we roll back. Breathe in and hold. Roll forward. Forehead over the knees. Arms are stretching in front of you like I'm pulling your arms. Good. Breathe in. Roll back. Is your mommy or daddy there? This is a great one to bring your belly button into your waist and breathe out. Forehead over the knees. This is a super useful one. Last time. Breathe in to prepare. Breathe out. Pull your C shape back. Roll back. Shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in and roll forward. Scoop through and roll your shoulders up, back and down to come and sit tall again. Lovely. 2 more exercises. We're going to do searching for coral and then a mermaid stretch. So to search for coral, Kieran's going to put his forehead on the mat. And before we search for coral, we're going to do a tiny baby cobra. So his legs are on the outside of the mat or towards the edges of the mat, and his hands are in front of his shoulders. They're out, very lovely. They're just wide out and they make a little square, if you like. Good, his forehead's in the mat. So we're just gonna pick our head up for a tiny, tiny hover. He's gonna pick his head up 2 or 3 inches, just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit off the mat. Good, see? And then lower down. So let's talk you through it. Before we do that, I want you to pretend that your belly button, is gonna pull up into the air and create a little tunnel so somebody can drive a teeny, teeny, tiny car underneath your belly. Now, it won't actually lift up off the ground. You're just using your imagination to try and pull your belly button in and up as if somebody was going to try and drive a car underneath your belly, but they're not really. Then we breathe in deep and wide into our ribs. And as we breathe out, I want you to squeeze your little angel wings together. These are your little shoulder blades. Squeeze them together and then pull your shoulders away from your ears, push into the floor and come up to your hover. Push a couple inches off the mat. Bring your forehead off the mat. Bring your forehead off the mat. Lovely. Inhale at the top. And as you slowly lower down, think about trying to grow an inch taller. So I'll show you with Kieran. We're basically trying to pull the shoulders. It's this bit here, like you're squeezing a rose between your angel wings. Breathe in to prepare. Breathe out. Squeeze the belly button and shoulders pull away from your ears and push into the ground. And your forehead comes off the ground. Yes, but we're looking at the mat. And we lower down. Okay, now we're going to search for coral, okay? Put your fingertips in front of your forehead. We're going to do the same hover movement, and then we're going to look left for coral and right for coral. So breathe in, breathe out, belly buttons to your back, and we rise up as we pull the shoulders away from the ears. We're hovering. Inhale at the top. Exhale, breathe out, and search on one side. No coral there. Breathe in and return. Breathe out, other side. No coral there. Breathe in and return. And slowly, as you lower down, think about growing an inch taller. Beautiful. Let's look for coral one last time. Did you see any coral, Kieran?
No.
No, not yet. We better look. Yeah. Should we look one last time?
One last time, and let's see if we find one.
Okay, we're swimming in the sea. The sun is shining on our back. It's a warm, warm water. So we're going to breathe in deep and wide and fill our lungs. Squeeze your belly button in and then come up to your hover. Just 2 or 3 inches off the mat, squeezing your angel wings together. Breathe in and search for coral. If this is not comfortable, you can leave your hands on the ground. Inhale, return. Search for coral one last time. No coral there.
No.
Breathe in and very, very slowly lower down and grow an inch taller. So you can do the whole thing with your hands on the ground and your elbows on the ground. You can just tilt your body, but you want to always be looking at the floor. We're never ever looking up. If we're not looking at the floor, we might miss some coral. Am I right?
Yeah.
All right.
And if you want to make it harder, you can even put your feet in the air.
We can work our way up to bringing the feet up as well, but we're not there quite yet. If you watch our videos for a few more times, you might get to a point where we can bring our hands and our legs up. Yeah. So this is the last exercise of the day, and it's a new one for Kieran. He hasn't done this one before, I don't think. So if you can put your fishtail to one side, sit just like you're sitting. Good. So, and then put your hand on a rock. Great. So we've got our fishtail here, both legs together like a fish, and our hand here. And then we just try and sweep our arm in the air and bring our hips to the sky. Can you try it? Lovely. Leave the knees on the ground if you can. And then put them back down. Put your bum back down. So it's only your bum that lifts, okay? And your knees will stay on the ground. Let's sweep it up and just try and bring your bum up and send your hips to the sky. Good. And back down. Good. One last time. So sweep it up. And reach, this time, reach to the opposite corner. That's it. Reach to the corner of the room. That's it. And back down. Lovely. So now we'll switch. So mommy's in front and you're in the back. And we'll do the other leg. So bring your fishtail to the other side. Right here. So this is your fishtail. With me, Kieran? Lovely.
Yeah.
Good. And we plant our hand on the rock. And then we sweep the arm up into the air. The knees stay on the ground. And we just push the bum up. And we're a big, lovely mermaid. Sit back down. So if it hurts your knees, don't come as high or put a pillow under your knees. Sweep it up and just lift and reach to the corner of the room. Last time. Sit back down on your rock. We're lovely, lovely mermaids and mermens. We sweep it up. Stretch. And sit back down. So let's go ahead and roll to standing. Okay, so get on your hands and knees again. Tuck your toes under and put your weight back on your feet. And we're going to roll up to standing. We're going to pretend like our back is a bicycle chain. We want to, you know how a bicycle chain can move one bit by one bit by one bit? That's what we're going to try and do. So stick your bum in the air, but leave your head heavy. Shake your head, yes and no, and let it go nice and relaxed. Yes and no. Then bend your knees and pretend you're picking up a big ball of energy. So keep your back round over the ball. Your head is heavy as you slowly, slowly tuck the bum under. And each vertebrae restacks. Then bring your big ball of energy above your head. Let it fall out to the side. Let's pick it up again. I'll get behind you, Kieran, now. Let's lean over and pick up our ball of energy. Woo! It's lovely and light, and we let it fall out to the side. Good. Let's do it a couple more times. Pick up your ball of energy. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time. Pick up that ball of energy. Fill your lungs with air, and then let all of it flow all around the room, all your happiness. Yay! Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks so much. And we haven't been getting any comments lately, so in the last video, if you commented, or if you can comment
on any of our videos,
yes, then we might give you a shout out in the next video.
So for instance, we have a shout out for Dara and Ruari. I hope I said your names right, but we know you've been watching our Pilates videos, so thank you very much. And
we also got a new subscriber today.
And we've had a new subscriber today, so get your mommy or daddy to subscribe to the Cathlates YouTube channel. There's something for the whole family there. Yeah?
Yeah.
Mwah, mwah. Come back next time.
See ya.